Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? 01 of 1 here, back again. Hopefully things are going well with you guys. I don't know. It's been an interesting day. Lots of news stories coming out, so I don't know. I watch a lot of news, so. Okay, so you'll notice that we do have a couple changes here. So we did unlock some of the patterns. So now we have these little road-looking things. Another thing that I did is this probably looks a little different than it did before. So we can take a quick little gander back here. So I went through this entire thing and I reorganized all the belts. So now they're on the side and we've got this thing along the bottom. We've got the power along the top. And we even have room for extra stuff over here on the side if we want to move more stuff through here. We can if we want, but you know, if we don't want to, we don't have to. So let's see. So to give you an idea of like what I wanted this to look like, and of course the light goes out as I go in, but like as you're going through here, like you can actually look around, you know, and it's like you can see what you're flying over. So I mean that was kind of like the entire point of this whole thing, and like you can see the base down there, and you know it's just, oh yeah, and you can see the lights down there too, and how it lights everything up. So it works pretty well. A little dark, but you know it's, I don't know. Sometimes it turns off the light, sometimes it doesn't turn off the light. I don't know what determines that. It seems to be like a kind of a luck kind of thing, but I don't know. And then I don't know how far we can see over there, but you can see that there is an extension on that one going out there. And we've got like a little bridge connected to the cliff over there. So we can go and check that out real quick. We won't spend too much time on it because I do want to spend more time actually building up our production line. I have not worked on that. I figured I would save the actual production line work for the videos. And then all of the other like super boring stuff that takes a lot of time. And once again, I apologize that the hypertube turned off the light again. But yeah, you can see like up here, it's like you can kind of see around you, but it's like you can't see down. And like seeing down and seeing like what you're going over, I think is like the most exciting thing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a thing. But I still have to go through and replace all the walls and everything on here with glass. And then from here, I built this little thing going over the track for the train. So train goes underneath here. There's no clipping, so it all works out pretty nicely. And then, yeah. And then this still needs a lot of work. We got to run all the belts through here and all that other fun stuff. But yeah, we're just gonna be doing a lot of jumping over here because we don't have anything faster at the moment. But yeah, so you can see I built myself kind of like a little connection thing on the edge of the cliff there. We've got some support get down there going onto the cliff, so it looks like it's actually holding this thing up, you know, which I think is kind of nice. And then we've got that kind of built all around. This little kind of connection area is cool, except that we need those inverted triangles to finish this off. We don't have them, so. And then we would also need a triangle piece here, but we don't have that either, so yeah. But let's see, I mean, I had the gun unlocked, right? But I didn't have the ammunition unlocked, so I unlocked that, made a bunch, and that's because the guy that was up here was an alpha, and he was trying to kill me. And like up here, you don't really want to be sliding around too much. That was a terrible jump. Sir, can you get up here? Yeah, so you don't want to be sliding around too much up here. And then also there's a couple of bugs, things up here too, so. I have not opened this yet. It needs 3 heat sinks. I have 3 heat sinks. I just didn't bring them with me. And then the other reason why I wanted to get the gun was because if you go over here, let's see, you don't see the enemies yet, but I think this is like a view distance thing. It's like weird. Okay, yeah, so now you see that guy, right? He's not the only one. There's that one too, right? But they're not the only ones either. There's actually even more over here, but you just can't see them. And I'm trying to stay away because I don't want them to start shooting at me. So you got those 2 little guys over there too. Those 2 guys there. So there is a lot a lot of critters over here. I don't think I can shoot that far. Oh, there's one. There's two. Going through like all of my ammo right now. Okay, and there's three. Okay, so that's all the little guys. Now you can see the big guys disappeared again. They're still there. They're just not rendering for some reason. But yeah, so here's some bauxite pure. I'm going to pull this off when we start doing our aluminum stuff, which is why I built this whole connection thing here. Now, these alphas, I probably could just swat them to death and I'd be fine. The problem with the gun is it's hard to shoot and run at the same time, whereas with, you know, if you're swatting at them, you know, it's pretty easy. Just get in there, swat, 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 get out. It works out pretty well, but I'll leave those alphas for the next time. You can see he's just now popping in over there. I don't know why, but he should be walking, so I think that's actually a graphical glitch right there. And then we've got the next spire started, obviously not finished. We have to get down over there first. But yeah, so that's going to be where that goes. And the reason why I chose that particular place is because then I can take a direct 90 degree turn to the right and then extend that all the way out over to the coal plateau. So that's going to be the next place that'll probably do something. So we'll have this spire right here just bringing up all of the basic stuff. Oh, hey, computers. We'll grab those. Thank you. I think that's everything that yeah, I think that was everything. But yeah, so once we get that down there, we've got iron. If you look closely, I actually marked everything with little concrete pillars. So you can see a concrete pillar there. So that is limestone, iron, and there's 3 iron over there. Then you can see the copper over there. And then if you go farther out, I don't know if we can actually see. Yeah, there's one right there. So that's copper back there. And then there's also, yeah, that right there. So that's limestone. I think I already pointed out that one. There's another limestone down there. I believe that's also marked, but I think it's just on the other side of that cliff there. So can't really see it at the moment. But yeah, so, and then you can see that there's some other stuff like way over here. So I think that's iron maybe. I think that there's 2 iron over there. You can kind of see the corner of one of the pillars kind of right in the center of the screen right now. So there's 2 iron right there. I think that one is limestone. And then we've got 3 iron over there. We've got, I think that's limestone right there. I think that one's also limestone. And I haven't gone everywhere over here. I mean, I've seen most of the area, but I haven't gone like up on this area, so I don't know if there's anything up there. I think there might be some bauxite up there, maybe out on that plateau. I don't know. And if I'm not mistaken, there should also be some uranium over here, although I don't know exactly where. Okay, so then we've got that over there. And then once we get over there, there's coal over there that we can grab if we need it. There's a wreck up on there, but or is it here? I think it might be there. And I think up there might be uranium. So we'd have to go up there, grab the uranium, and then, I don't know, bring it down somehow. But yeah, so I've got a lot of the things marked here. So there's a wreck right there that I have not claimed. So I'll need to get that one. So I don't think I've claimed that one. Yeah, that's up on a cliff. Yeah, I haven't got that one yet. And you can't really see over there because the cliffs are all in the way. But there's a bunch of stuff kind of over in that area. So that's the geysers right there. Geysers for power. And then if you go this way, you know, past this whole thing, there's like the waterfall and stuff over there. So I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Sir, can I? What? Why? Weird. I don't know. It's like if you press any button when you're in that view mode, like it unlocks your mouse, and then when you exit the view mode, like your mouse is still unlocked until you do something else. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so it's kind of what I've been working on a little bit, and I think that's pretty much all I did. And then we've got a bridge over there from when I was kind of traipsing around. So I've been up there. But yeah, it's kind of how all that's going. So what do you say we hop back over to the base and start working on those elevator parts. Now, I'm going to have to try to remember where I was. So I think I got all of the materials that we need to go up to that floor, but I haven't done anything with them after that point. I think all the refineries are set up with water, so that much is done. So what I need to do is get all of the pieces and parts, so all of the materials over to the refineries, which is going to be interesting. And then once I get them over to the refineries, then I have to start worrying about everything that comes after that, which is going to be interesting. And then, yeah, it's going to be interesting. And I haven't like worked out like where I'm actually going to put everything yet. So I just know that it's going to have to go around there. Like I've got the manufacturer set up, but that's about it. That's literally about it. Okay, so, and then these refineries here aren't hooked up either. So I'm thinking, because I'm only going to have 3 sets of refineries now, so I might take, so this will be all copper here. The one over here will be all iron. And then I think I might split this one up to be half copper, half iron, so at least I'm making an even amount of both materials. I don't think they're set up for anything yet. Yeah. So they're here. I think the water is semi-hooked up. I still need to connect it from the main line into here, but overall I think that's kind of doing its thing. Okay, so let's see. We need to... How am I doing on concrete? Good on concrete, good on plate, good on rods. I think I'm pretty good on most things. Throw that in there, save some space while I can. Okay, so we have a lot of computers. Like, do we need all these computers? We have a lot of computers in here too. Like, where were all of these when I needed all the computers to unlock things, right? Okay, so time for complications. I don't know what those complications are going to be yet, but there are most likely going to be some. So there you go. There is our elevator, taking everything from here, running it under, and then up. And so now we just need to get ourselves settled up here anyways. Okay, so this, we need to figure out how we want to split all of this off and how we want to get all of this going. So, oh, and another thing I got to show you guys. If you look at the corners, like, the corners look amazing now. So I figured out that there is actually a different way that you can do it, that I can actually line everything up, right? So if you were to, hold on, I'll just do it like this, right? So if we have some walls here, and if you take your architecture, you do your painted beam on the floor, run it over, right? And then you take some other walls. We're assuming that these walls are the ones that are going to go diagonal. You can see that there's a height difference, right? So what you need to do then is take the beams, right? But it's not just the beams, right? So if you put the beams in there, you can see that the eye sort of section of the beam is this way, right? So it's up and down. You need to rotate it so the eye section of the beam is that way. And then what happens is when you place your new walls on here, now keep in mind that this is in the middle of a foundation, so you can't generally place walls in the middle of a foundation, so anything that I do place is going to be on this thing, right? Okay, so now if we place these, you can see that the height is exactly the same as what it was on here. So that's placed directly on the foundation. This is using that, and then just to show you that it does make a difference, and I could be wrong here because I haven't actually tested this, but pretty sure this is how it works. So if you put this in there so the eye is vertical instead of horizontal, and then you try to place walls on top of here, it's going to act exactly the same as the painted beam, in that it's going to place everything up higher, I think. Yeah. So you can see that the height difference is there now, right? So that's what I was seeing when I was showing the height difference in the last video. At least I think it was the last video. And it was because of the fact that you can't place this on the ground, whereas if you do it like this, like I think the anchor points on this I-beam are on the top and the bottom of the eye if it was vertical, right? So this would be the bottom, that would be the top, and in the middle. So when you place this thing on a platform and sideways, it moves that anchor point from being here up at the top and then up like half a meter to being even with the platform. So interesting things that I've noticed. Use it if you want. If you want to do diagonals, like I would most definitely recommend it. And we'll just get rid of all of this. Okay, so I did this. So I placed down the beam first, then I placed down the wall, and then I got rid of the beam, which then, oh, and then I placed these things too, which then left everything just kind of as it was. And then I took out the little beam thing that I had built before, like a little doorway thing, and I replaced it with this because, I mean, how cool is that, right? It's like it just opens from either side. So I think that looks a lot better. Plus from the side, like, so much better. And then for the extra spacing between this wall here and this wall here, I just laid down a couple more of the painted beams. And then I ran a painted beam across there to cover up that hole as well. And yeah, then I did that to all the sides here. And I also did it down below. So a lot of fixes. Actually, that side's kind of busy, so we're going to go over here onto this side. So yeah, basically same thing here, except we kept the beam on the bottom, and that's because that kind of goes down once you get past it. So there was a space there, just kind of like an opening, which I wanted to cover up, so I just did the beam there. Good to go. The walls are now perfectly even. I've got the holes between this wall and that wall covered up with the beams, so it works. And then you guys don't need to see this, but I did the same thing down there. So everything's been updated on all the corners. Took a little bit of time, but I got it going, got it done. And yeah, it works. So, all right. So what I need to do is get all of this stuff. I'm thinking I want to run it all here somehow, and then just run like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, just like run all the way through and then run it under here. And then when I need to cut it over, so like this one right here is going to need quartz crystals, so then we're going to take quartz and make that the farthest line here. And then whatever the next refinery is, you know, we'll do that one. So that way, as we're going through here, we get all of these to go over onto here, then go down in, and then it just kind of peels off as it goes down, and it'll look really, really nice. At least I'm hoping it will. So that's what we're going to go for, and we can do all of this using up just 2 platforms. So the way that this works is we do 1, 2, 3, and then this one we're just going to put in the middle. Then we get 1 and 2 and 3, and then everything's nice and even. It all kind of works. All right, so now I need to figure out how to get all of this over there in the right order. This is Caterium, this is iron. Okay. So first one is quartz, good to go. Second one is copper. Okay, so which one of these is copper? Nope, that's the resin. There's the copper. Okay. This is gonna be interesting, I think. But yeah, so I want to try to get all of the organization done within this block space right here. So in just using these platforms, and then try to get everything kind of aligned where it needs to go. And yeah, so that last one, what is this last one? I think this last one is iron. No, this is the polymer resin. Okay. So polymer resin has to be the last one, and I think polymer resin is the first one over here, so that actually kind of works out. Yeah, so that's polymer resin. So what we're going to do is run this that way, and then we're going to put that over into here, and then we should just be able to plug this into that. Except I need to flip this around the right way. There we go. Okay, so polymer resin hooked up. All right, so what is the next thing that we need? Is the next one iron? Let's see, yes. Okay, so this one is iron, then Caterium, and another Caterium, okay. So, hang on, one of these I'm not gonna need to put in there? Wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 7 things. 2 of them are iron. No, 2 of them are Caterium. 3 of them are Caterium. Okay. So 9 minus 3 is 6. 6, well, 7 minus 6 is 1. 1 is Caterium. Okay, so that works. So Caterium is after iron. So iron is the next one that we have to move over. So which one of these is iron? That's copper. Limestone. Coal. Wait. Coal doesn't have to go into these. Oh, one of these is doing the plates. So no, we don't need coal to go over there at all. Which is good because coal is the middle one and would be probably the most interesting one to try to move. Okay, so iron. So we have quartz, Caterium, iron. Okay, so iron is the next one that has to move over. And that actually works out quite nicely. And then, let's see, we can run that one into here. All right. And I need more encased beams. Okay. Do. And to redo all of that, I used up like half of everything that was in there, and we're already at full again, so we're making lots and lots of stuff. May not be like super, like I'm not making like a ridiculous amount of stuff, but I mean, we're making a lot of stuff. All right, and then that can go over to here. All right. So you need to go here and then to there. Okay, so now the next thing that we need to do is Caterium, and I think that was this one? Yes. Okay. So what we need to do here, put that up. We lifted it up 2 clicks. And let's see. We're going to keep that on the floor best as we can. And then we're going to rely on the angle here to move it down and in. So we'll take this guy, run this over to here, and then down into there. Okay. So there's our caterium, which has to then be split off and go into 3 of these things. So polymer resin, iron, caterium, caterium, caterium. Right, yes, okay. Next one is concrete. Okay, where's concrete? Copper, concrete. So it's behind that. I think, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we'll bring that one up 4 because I'm assuming that we're going to need to bring the copper up 2. So this will allow me to run the limestone over the copper. Okay, so copper out, limestone out, over on top of it. Okay, so if limestone has to be the next one, and then we also have to get the quartz out of here too. Okay. I think we can actually make this work. See, 2, 3, 4, good to go. So there's the quartz going up there. Okay, so limestone needs to get here. Huh. I kind of want to see if I can sneak it down through here, you know? I have no idea if that's a thing that I can do. But if I was going to try to do it, I would put a conveyor pole here and then try to get this thing to go in down here. Okay, so let's see. So that's got to go to there. So 1, 2. Minor clipping. Okay, so 3, 4. Okay. So we're going to have to pre-place this thing here. Okay, so let's see how this looks if we go. Okay, minor clipping. I'm okay with that. Okay, so that's how that's got to go. And then we have to bring this down and in. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. So we're going to need at least 4 from there. So let's see. So if the edge of that is here, so then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that, no, or would that be here? Hang on. Okay, I need to figure out where the edge is, right? Okay, so this edge is right in the middle. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be there. Okay, on the edge. So then we bring this up to set the correct height. I don't know. Feels off. So if we run this over to here, okay. Now that's with 4, and I think I actually like this better than what I'm thinking of, because if I had it go over and then also down, it would clip into this a little bit, whereas right now it's not really clipping. Okay, so. And now we need to bring it down to here, which I think we can do like this. And then that can run over into there, and we have our limestone set up. Okay. Yeah, so minor clipping. If we had less thick belts, like it wouldn't even clip this much. And actually, now that I think about it, should I do these based on the size they need? Okay, so that's the copper sheets. 120 limestone. Okay, so that would be a tier 2 belt, which is a thinner belt. But let me just see what that would look like. Yeah, we'd have a lot less clipping if I did that. But I mean, if everything's already 480, you might as well just keep it 480, right? We'll just call it good. Okay. So let's see. Next thing that we need after the limestone, I believe, is copper. Okay, so there's the limestone. Copper sheets are here, and then just regular old copper is here. Okay, so where do we have to go for this? We have to go into this one. Okay. All right, and then copper's coming out the middle over here. So how do we get this to make the turn? So the turn will get us into the middle here. Then we also have to lift up to. So I'm thinking we would need to put this conveyor pole in here. If I can get this in the right place, that is. And then I think this is going to clip like massively. Yeah, that's way too much clipping. Okay, so what we can do... I mean, I could always lift this up, but I want to try to keep everything low if I can. And then quartz has to go... Wait, hold on. Copper, then what are we missing? Did I skip one? Okay, we have our copper, we have our quartz, we have that. So all of these things are going in. And oh, I only need to move 6 things over. Okay, right, not 7. So if that's the case, then I'm gonna remove this one entirely. And then we'll do maybe something better with this. So then limestone would have to go into this one. And then copper and then quartz. Okay. Okay, let me take this out. I mean, it would be great if these things were just switched around. Like, that would be perfect. But I can't do that, so... I mean, I could sort of pseudo-switch them around and make them work. But then we have the issue of getting all of these things in there properly as well. Okay, so I'm gonna try something. It's gonna probably look ugly, but so long as it works, I don't really care too much. Sir, other side, please. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm gonna run this down. Okay, so then from here, we're gonna need to move over 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And now with this, we should be able to get a nice little movement here. We might be, hold on, let's try moving it back some. Move it back as close as we can to get it as tight as we can. So that'll be 4 back. No, too far. Okay. 5? I think 5 wouldn't work either, but we'll try it. Oh, it does work. Okay, so we'll do that there. And then what we'll do is we'll set up another one of these things on top. And then we'll have the copper go up to here. Only, I think we can do better than this. Okay, so from here, so then 1, 2, 3, 4 would be here. So we're going to have this go up sharply, and then go that way. I mean, it's still clipping kind of a lot. So hang on. Let me get rid of this, please. Okay, so let's bring it down first and then swing it over. So to bring it down, I think we need 2. No, 4. Yeah. 3, 4 to there, right? And then from there to do the little swoopy swoop. In which case we can, I mean, that could probably still stay there, I suppose. So then, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 puts us right on the edge. Okay. Okay, so we're going to swoop this in this way, swoop that down that way, and this way we don't have any kind of, yeah, we don't have any clipping, so that's good. All right, so now I need to figure out how we're going to get these things to feed into here. So the closest that we can make for a turn, normally it would be 2 away, so from here, so that's a regular 90. If we're adding a drop on top of that, I think we have to go out 4. And then we're also going to have to be kind of in the middle, so 1. But then if we have to go up that far, then we're going to have to go back another 2 or another 4. E. Like, I would feel better if this was dropping down earlier, I think. So let me get rid of that, that, and that. Okay, so this has to drop down. And also turn. So then this needs to go here. Probably gonna have some minor clipping, some major clipping. And that is too steep, huh? Okay. Okay, that's major clipping, but it gets everything where I want it to go, and it leaves this whole thing open, which I think is what we need to go for. And that just goes into there, I believe. Okay. So now, I think instead of bringing this thing in over on top of this line, what we're going to do is we're going to leave it in the middle, and we're going to swing this one over. So let's see, we'll run this one into there and into there. Get rid of that, get rid of that. All right. And then we'll swoop this one over to here. Actually, hang on. If we're here, 2, 3, 4, so that's actually got to go to here. Oh my god. There we go. Nice little tight turn. We can now get rid of that because it's being supported here. Okay, so now we are basically switching places with these two things. Okay, now if we're going to go from the middle, think if we were to place, let me see if it'll let me place this in here. I think this makes a good turn right here. No, it does not. Okay. Okay, let's try in the middle of this belt then. Okay, so that makes the turn that we need. Okay, so that works out there. Wait. Yeah, and then quartz is the last one, right? Yeah. So limestone, copper, quartz, right? So then this one should be limestone, yes. Copper, okay. Quartz, last one, okay, good. Okay. So now we need to take this guy and then move this out to here. Or no, do we have to go back 2 more? Now, if I were to do this from here, that's going to look pretty ridiculous, I think. Yeah, and we have a lot of clipping. Okay, so if we don't do it that way and we instead rely on the curve to be from here to here, then this needs to go out to here. And this should go, or not go. Okay. It's like I need this to go down like half, and then it would work. Okay, so I can technically do that if I put in one of these things. That's got to go probably to here, put it on default. Now, the problem with doing it this way is that this doesn't exactly line up with that. So we're going to have a slight bit of an angle on here. But this should make it down into there, right? Okay, and then if I take this thing, put it up onto there, get rid of this one completely. And also that thing's going to have to come out as well. Okay, so then we take this and we move it down to here. And now that can go out that way. Get rid of these things. It's a little... No, actually it's actually not bad. I mean, there's a little difference between the edges here. But I mean, I wouldn't even call that really noticeable, so... Alright, so that's that, which means that now we need to get, let's see, an actual way to hold this that won't be impeded by anything else and won't clip through anything else. Okay, so now we get rid of that clipping. We still have that huge clipping right there, but I mean, is there another way around that? Don't think so. I mean, I could copy this curve here onto here so that way we don't have any of the clipping. Oh my god. This is getting kind of ridiculous. All right, so one, two. I think it's got to go there. All right. Okay, so we've copied that curve onto here. And then we're going to need to do an even bigger curve for the next one, which I'm not really a fan of. Fairly certain this will not work. Yeah, okay. Okay, so ideally, I would transition this one to here. See if we can make that bend. Probably not. No. Actually, hold on. Let's just move it back one and see if we can make that bend. Okay, so we can make that bend. All right, and then we can take this down another 2, 3, 4, 2. So it has to go there. Unless, of course, we cheat it. And then we put this guy up onto here. Do kind of like a little half measure. And then that should go into there. And then this should also make it down to there. Good to go. Oh, I did not mean to get rid of that piece. Sorry. No, wrong one. Dang it. Oh, I forgot this was the one that I set up to do. Grr. Okay, hang on. Double placed, okay. Wait, was that always clipping over the iron like that? Now that's clipping into that belt. Nothing is working. Trying to get rid of the clipping is just making everything worse. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Let's just do this. And we'll just leave that in there the way that it was. Right? Okay, so massive clipping through there, like to the point where like you can actually pick up both of these from the same. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. What if I'm not liking this. It's not coming out very pretty. Okay, let's just rethink all of the belts then. Because this is getting to be like a wavy mess right now. Oh, no, no, no. Don't get rid of the ceiling. What are you doing? Oh my god. Okay, sir. Stay. Nope. Nope. Okay. Okay. Let me think. This is hurting my brain. All right. No, that's not going to work right there. So then this one would have to go down below and then curve in through here. And then we can take this one and we can curve in that one. And this one can go down like that. Yes? Okay. Then we have very little clipping, just this on the edge. But all of that seems to work, and it puts all of these out on this side. Now, I could do this even more efficiently. Okay. That is not what I'm looking for here. Okay, so 1, 2. I'm sorry that I'm spending so much time on this. I'm just trying to get this to do what I want it to do. And it's just not cooperating. Okay, so we can make all of those turns, right? Right. Okay, so then we don't need that, we don't need that. And then these beams can get shortened. 2 and then 1. Okay. All right, so now think this is likely to work with what I've got planned. So we'll keep all of these on here. All of that can stay, right? I'm fine with all of that. So, and then I should probably label these things, right? So, can I put that over here anywhere? Put that like right in the middle. That would be terrible. Can I put it on top? No, probably not. Okay, so now for the interesting part. And actually, instead of doing this like this, I should have done this. Hang on. Instead of 1, 2, 3, it should be 3, 2, 1. And then with the heights changed accordingly. So 3, 2, 1. Is that? That's not even the right place. Okay, so that can go, that can go, that can go. Okay, that is much better. Okay, good, 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 good. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3. Then I'm gonna need 4, 5, 6. So let's get that in here. So that's gonna be here. So this one is gonna be 4, 5, and 6. All right, and then we're gonna need these things up at the top. So there's 4, 5, and 6, and then also again add 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so in that one, that is not the right place for you to go, sir. You. Here. Yes? Yes. Okay. You. Here. You. Here. Okay? Okay. And now this Okay, this worked out so well in my head. Okay, so we need to move this up into here. Okay, that's a lot of clipping. That's a lot less clipping. But I feel like, hang on, let me, oh my God. Less clipping. More clipping. So why does that one not work, but these ones seem to work? Hang on. Okay. I think I understand why. Okay, sir, can you click on the belt, please? Belt, belt, belt. All right. Brain, you need to work. Well, no, because wouldn't this one then have to go down to the bottom so that way it can just go up like that? Like, wouldn't that be how that's supposed to work? Now, if I were to move this up a block, or a meter. Okay, sir, can you click on the right place, please? Thank you. Okay, so I get no clipping like that. Okay, so then this one would also have to go up onto here. And then this one would have to be taller. These ones could be shorter. Okay, this one has to go up 4. I'm spending way too much time on this. Way too much time is being spent on this. Okay, and then we are going to need this up to here. And that needs to go up onto there, which I don't have set up yet. I think this one needs to be at 7 feet, or 7 meters, whatever. 6, 7. It's so high, though. Okay, so I'm not exactly a fan of this because it's going to leave us with an extra spot down here, which I don't really like. Oh, man. Okay, so the first elevator entrance here is going to go here, second one here, third one here. So we're up 2 meters above where the highest one is, which I don't like. Is there a way to make this better? How many times am I going to redo this? Jesus Christ. I am sorry, everybody. This is... My OCD is just kicking my ass right now. Okay, so where can we go with this? We can go directly out to here with this guy, right? And we could technically go out to the middle here and then out to the middle there. And then do the same thing over here and then just lift those up on top of here. And then somehow try to get the right things to go into the right belts here. Okay, can you seriously not click on that? Now, the problem with this is that we're still going to have clipping. To go from here up, because we would have to go at least to here, so we're going to be clipping all the way over that belt, which I don't like. Okay, so other options that we could potentially do. Okay, so if I adjust the heights on these things, then I could go into them at different heights. And then if I make them roughly the same, okay, so I think we're gonna have to go high to low and then high to low. Or we could go low to high, low to high. Okay. I mean, I suppose it depends on how I have to have these things come out. And since the polymer resin is already in the lowest one over here, then maybe it would make sense to go from low to high. And then maybe we can just kind of make everything work. Because then that's super easy right there, right? Okay. And then if I can remember what the hell the second one was it Caterium? No, iron. Okay. So where's the iron? The iron is here in this. Okay. And we have copper there and limestone there. Okay, so let's see how to move this right here over to go into here in the right way. Okay, hang on. What if wait, how is that? Oh, I put them in the wrong space. Okay. Makes sense. All right, so this one has to go here, and this one has to go there. Okay. Okay, so with this, everything over here is in this one, and then we can just move these ones over to here. And then pull these ones in from over here. Sir, it's not the way you're supposed to go in there. Okay. And now if I bring everything in to here, and then here we have 0 clipping, and it looks somewhat organized. Okay. So then what I have to do is figure out how to get everything into the proper place. So this one has to go up onto there. And then, okay, so it's resin, iron, and then deuterium, right? Yeah. And they all have to go on that side. And then deuterium is also over here. So it's going to be iron and then deuterium. So one after the other, they have to go over there. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to give myself as much room as I can to work with. So I'm going to go over to here. And then this should hopefully work out. 3, 4. We should be able to go from here. We cannot. Okay, so it's too much. But if I change this, then I'm not going to get a nice 90 on there. Sir, can you connect into there? Okay, so you can connect into there. You can definitely connect into there, but I don't get that nice 90. But maybe that's okay. Then we run this up to here. All right, and then the deuterium has to go onto here, and we already know that this works. So that would go into there, that would go into there. And then this would go into here. Okay, so that's those three figured out. Okay. Okay, so then after the deuterium, so that's, what's this one, limestone? Limestone, okay. Now limestone has to be the first one down over here. And limestone is the highest one over here. And then we also have to get the copper in next. Okay, so I know that that will fit through there. So we have to get the limestone down first, and then the copper has to go up higher to there. Okay, so then if we run the copper out, okay, so that'll be 4 right there, right? It's enough for that, but not enough for that. Okay. Okay, so that's that kind of sort of figured out. And if that's our copper, then we can just run that straight in to here. Oh, no. Hang on. We want to bring that down one. How much room do we need? I can give myself 4. That'll be more than enough. Okay, then that can go straight in. Okay. Okay, now from here, it needs to drop down onto this second one. So, let's see if I can give myself enough room so I can do it without clipping. I don't think that's going to work, so we'll run in another beam. Getting a little clipping due to the turn, but generally speaking, it works. And then we'll run this guy in here as well. Okay, so now I need to figure out how to get the limestone down into there. And I kind of already figured out how to do that before, so we're just going to repeat that process again. Okay, so if that's the 4 that we need, so was it 5 to get down to here? I don't remember. That does work, but we have too much clipping. Okay. So so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now if we go from here to, that's not working. Why is that not working? Because we went 3, not 4. Okay, let's try this again. All right, how about now? We good now? We're good now. Okay, so you and you can go. And now we can just run that down gradually into there. That'll call that good. And then we can take this one way the hell over here and run that straight in. Okay. So there we go, all the belting figured out. That is ridiculous. But we don't have much for clipping. Like we've got a little bit on the corners there, where you've got one kind of turning up into the other. But hopefully that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, like you'd have to be like up on top to see it. So I think that's fine. Oh my God, this was not fun, but we got it. So everything's going where it needs to go. So now we need to go underneath and start running the belts out to here. But first, we need to connect everything. So that needs to go, and we're putting these down so I know where I have to run the belts. Oh, and you guys are running out all the way. Okay. So with the way that this works, this will connect here, it will also connect here. So both distances are fine, but because this one that I've already got set up in there is right there. Okay, so that's good. Okay. Brain hurting. Okay, so now that we've got all of the things in all of the places, we are going to run into an issue. Because this one runs pretty much directly under, we're gonna have to cross that with basically all of these. Ugh. That is unfortunate. I mean, we don't technically have to. We could just drop this down an extra, like, 2 or 1, and then just run all the belts over it. Like, that's not even a big deal. But I guess we go down and we see kind of what it is that we have to work with here. Alright. So we're going to be working in this general area. And so from here, we run into there. That one runs into there. And then these 4 need to run past that and then run into all of the ones beyond. So, I guess first things first is let's get ourselves something to step on up there. That should be more than enough to get everything going, and we should be able to get up onto there from this ladder. Maybe. If I can actually jump on. Oh my god. Yep, I almost died. From falling inside my own base. Yep. Okay. So, now that I've wasted like 45 minutes on belts. Okay, I need to get up there. Alright. And I need to get up there. So what happened last time is I fell off of that before I had a chance to jump. So I need to keep that in mind. Alright, so, sir, if you could work with me here. Alright, are we good? Can we? Okay. Alright, and we're up. Good to go. Okay, so easy enough. I'm just going to run all of these things. Alright, so this, pretty easy, straight into there. Okay, okay. And then we need this guy. And this one also pretty straightforward and easy. And this is why I spent so much time on those belts, because it makes everything under here like super, super easy and nice and easy to work with. Just kind of like the entire purpose of this whole thing. All right, so now we get into the point where we're going to start crossing belts. So what we're going to do here is this can go and that can go. And then this needs to be like a Mark 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this down. Sir, you were supposed to drop down. 1, 2. And then this one also has to drop down 2. 1, 2. Good. All right. And then we just connect this over to there. That is all good and out of the way of our belts, and now can have free reign going over all of this craziness. All right, so that's the copper, so that's going to go up and do its thing. All right. Sir. Like, if it shows that it's here, right, and you click on it, why does it then change direction? Like, if that's where I wanted it the first time, why not just keep it there? You know what I mean? It's just little things. Okay. Let's see. So this thing needs to go to here. So 1, 2. All right, sir, you can go into here. And into there. All right, and the next guy. Let's see, so we're even here. And then 1, 2. I don't know if that can reach this far. Yes, I can. Okay. Now I'm fairly certain that this cannot reach to the next one. Yeah. So we'll run that to there, we'll run that to there. and then I shouldn't have to worry about that. Okay. Okay. And then for the last one, we're even over here. 1, 2. Good to go. Okay, then you can go into there. All right, so that is all of the belts all figured out. Forward, slide. Slide. Oh my god. Slid a little too far. Okay. I mean, it wouldn't hurt that much if I were to fall from here, but... I mean, I just hop down onto here, and then we call that good. Alright, but I think I got nearly everything. This could actually go up 1, now that I'm thinking about it. I think 2 is probably down a little too far. Did I get all the little connecty things? I think I did. All right, so you, and you. Change. There we go. That looks better. All right, and now what we have under here is some very nice even belt work. I have stairs right over there. Why didn't I just take those instead of coming all the way over here and then jumping? It's ridiculous. Okay. But this is nice. I'm okay with this. A little bit of clipping, a little bit of clip. Well, no, actually I don't think it's clipping at all right there. Yeah, no, that's not even clipping right there. So yeah, tiny bit of clipping, just right there, but I'm kind of okay with that. And the belts are amazing. No, what? Wait. Oh, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. These are going into the wrong things, which means that I skipped some. Wait, how does that happen, sir? Okay, so quartz here, copper, right? And the copper out of... No. Wait. If that goes out over there, and then it goes out into here, and that's the next input over into there. So a bunch of these, we're supposed to have guitar... Oh, I'm missing a connector there. Okay, so I can put a splitter here. We can make this work. I promise we can make this work. Okay, so if you put this kind of there, I think that's in the right place. Okay. And then we take this out of here, have it go into there. Okay, so that's off a little bit. No, that's iron. Why is... Dang it. Okay, this is supposed to be deuterium. That one down there is supposed to be the iron. Okay. So this will not work, and we will have a bit more clipping, but I mean, it's fine. It's fine, totally fine. Totally fine. Oh my god. Okay, so that needs to change. This needs to go like that. We need another, I missed an input belt hole thing there. Okay, so I've got stairs over here. Might as well use them, right? Alright, so which did I miss? This one, okay. Okay. There we go, now I can see it. Alright, so we need to extend some foundation. Okay, so this one's good, right? So we're gonna have to go to these. Should be 3. Okay. All right, so I need to get up there. Easiest way to do it, ladder. Just kind of place that over here on the side if it will let me. Is that going to be good enough? I don't know. Are you going to let me up? Yes, okay. All right, so that can work here. All right, so belt, sir, if you don't mind. All right, okay, so you've got iron in there. You are empty, you are empty, you have caterium. Okay, good to go. Okay, so then we're going to change the orientation of this belt here. So instead of going into that one, we're going to go into this middle one, but we're going to put a splitter, just a regular old splitter, here. Going into that guy, and then reorient this guy to go into the splitter. Okay. And then we're going to need a foundation here. Okay, and then to here, right? All right, now that can go into here. Get rid of that. Good. All right. And now we can plug this guy into here and into here. And then wrap it all up with this guy going into there. And then that will feed all of that. Okay. So there is our belt work under here all set up. So resin, iron, caterium, caterium, caterium. And then we have limestone. These are the copper sheets, and then we have copper, and then we have quartz. So it's everything going in there as it should. Looks very snazzy, if I do say so myself. And we did manage to avoid the clipping there, so that's good. Still have a little bit of clipping there, but I'm okay with that. All right, so that is that, and that is just a lot. That was a lot. My brain, it hurts. All right, so next thing, power. So if we need to get this thing up onto here, where do we want to put it? Probably in the middle. I like that. Okay, so that is all of that. All right, so now I just need to get power up here somehow, somewhere. Okay, so that is them all plugged in. Good to go. All right, so power, if I can bring it up, would be good, like right over here in the corner. So let me see if I can actually get over at that corner with a plug. No. I was hoping it was kind of like, would let me place it like right on the edge there, but I guess not. Okay, so then we'll just run it like that, and then just run the cable directly through there, and then power needs to get over here somehow. Okay, so we have power down here. Okay. So that's like right there. And then we'll run that down onto here. Okay. It's not exactly straight, but it's, you know, straight enough, I guess. All right. Oh my God. Please stop falling down everywhere. Okay, so do I need these? I'm gonna say no. We'll just assume that the belts just magically did all of that, and they're just there, and it's just amazing, and we don't have to do anything with it. So that's what we're gonna go with. Okay. So now I need to get power kind of through this whole craziness here. So let me get this up to here, and then we'll run this up to here. And then we can run this out to like the middle here. And then just run this wherever it needs to run. So then we can take this, or I don't know, just run it off of here maybe. Okay, so that's all of them running right now. So hopefully that won't be an issue. How you doing? They didn't even do anything. I mean, that jumped up, which is good, right? But are you like not? Okay. Oh, right, because I didn't connect them yet. Because I'm smart. Okay. There we go. That one should start up. The water is now pumping. That one's already in there. need more encased industrial beams. All right. How are we on time? An hour 40? Once again, I apologize for wasting so much time on those belts. Yeah. I'm sorry. That was just not intentional. And then resin we don't need, that we don't need. Everything else is good, yes? Okay. So I need to get up there. How do I get up there? Not from this side. Do, 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 do. Alright, so that is all of those guys now running, and now we can see what the damage is looking like. So why is that the little bumpy bump there? I don't understand that. That's just weird. And I don't know like what these spikes are either. You know, it's like it's doing that a lot, little sawtooth thing. We are gonna need more refineries eventually. How are we doing on water? Water is good. Pumping, doing its thing. Why aren't you blue, sir? You are supposed to be blue. We good? Okay. So that's all of that in there, and it's making all of the things. Okay. And those are white? Why are those white? Are they supposed to be green or something? It's like a whitish blue color. I don't know, it's weird. And then these are not really doing anything because it makes, no. It's idle. I mean, okay. It's saying it's just kind of gonna do its thing and then that's it. Polymer resin is not getting in because we didn't connect it. That would make sense. Alright, now we got the polymer resin. Get her done. Making all of the rubber. Good to go. Okay, so that is all of the basic stuff, and now I need to worry about getting all of the stuff out of here to where it needs to go. And then this monstrosity here I feel should be enclosed and never uncovered ever, ever, ever again. So let me... We'll just do the same thing over here. I don't know how the coal has to come out of there yet, so I'm just going to kind of leave that for now. And if I close that off, then I can't run under here, which is kind of an issue. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I could have just put like a railing there or something. Like maybe that would have worked better. Then maybe do like a diagonal rail from here to here. I mean, that would be kind of cool. Could I even do that? Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can do that. So if I take this guy, right, and I bring it over to this corner, and I rotate it so the eye is sideways, and then if I were to take this right here, and then try to put that in here somehow. That's inside. That's probably not where that wants to go. I mean, that's pretty terrible, honestly, but yeah, that's just bad. Okay, hang on. Can we move that? So let's say that we went off of this corner instead, and we went to the back here. I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, so railing. Sir. Oh my god, that actually worked. Well, hey, what do you know? There we go. Get rid of this thing. Now we've got kind of like a nice little walkway through here. And then if I wanted to go through here, instead of doing the rail trick, I'm just gonna throw this thing on here. And then we'll go with the railing. And then that can go like that. That can go like that. Okay. So when you put those down, you can place the railing anywhere on there, but it always has to be either horizontal or vertical. You can't do any kind of diagonals on there. So if you wanted to do some sort of a diagonal, you would most definitely have to use the beam trick. And then I'm going to get rid of this glass and replace that with rail instead. Okay, so there is that. Good to go. And then the coal is still here. So I'll need to bring that out somehow, some way, I'm sure. But for now, this is all kind of... And that actually, I mean, apart from that little visual glitch there, where it just kind of blinks a little bit at you, I mean, I am happy with the way that that worked out. Like that is great. Okay, so, right. So that part is done. So let me just bring up my little plans here. Oh my god, so much stuff. Okay, so we're gonna need to set up a foundry. And, oh man, so much of this stuff is gonna have to be overclocked. Okay, so the coal and the iron have to go into a foundry, and they make the solid steel ingot, and that has to run at 240%. So that's going to be, well, actually, probably not. I mean, if I add up the steel, then I can probably just change it that way. But it shows on here that it's 2 times 2.4 foundries, so I don't know. Do with it what you will, I guess. All right, so if we're gonna set up all of this craziness over here, and we've already got the coal over here, so we could easily bring the iron over, and then the steel is gonna have to go into 2 constructors to make steel beams and steel pipes. Then we have to make steel screws, and then some of the steel pipes are gonna have to go into a manufacturer. I mean, just the belt work on this is gonna be ridiculous, and it's gonna take a pretty decent amount of time for me to figure it out. I'm gonna get rid of that too. A little bit of clipping over there in the corner, but I'm fine with that. Yeah, if you thought this was crazy, I have to figure out how to get all of this to work and be, like, organized somehow. That's not going to be fun. Okay, so then the rubber has to go into 2 places. Wow, yeah, 2 places. One of them being the final manufacturer for the modular engine. Okay. And then another one is for the adhered iron plate, which then goes into an assembler to become smart plating. Man, this is just going to be nuts, because I have to figure out how to get the belts to everywhere in a somewhat organized fashion. So one thing that I could do, and it would be super, super, super nuts looking, is to run a bunch of belts just in a circle around the whole thing, right? And then have whatever I need just go up onto a belt, and then wherever it needs to go to, so let's say that I'm making, I don't know, rubber over here, right? So that would go up onto the belt there, and that rubber would just run around in a circle. And that's pretty much all it would do. And let's say that where I want to use the rubber is way the hell over here, right? So instead of running the belt either under the floor or kind of on the floor here, going all the way over to here, I could just run it up onto that kind of racetrack going around in a circle, and then just get it to wherever I need to go, and then just split it off when I need to. And yeah, I think that would work. And I already have these things here, so oh my god. Like, do you know how ridiculous this is gonna look with all of that stuff on there? And then plus I need to figure out how to split it off once I need it. I mean, that's not going to be too hard, I don't think, because if the belts are all going to run on the outside of this here, then all I need to do is just drop down a concrete thing to put in another wall-mounted belt holder thing, and then have that turn out into a splitter and then turn back in, and then just rejoin the line again. And that way I don't have to worry about getting things to match up exactly perfectly. So I think that'll be the way to go. And then we have a lot of room on here, like a lot of room on here. So I think all of the pieces that we are making, I mean, we can fit them all in this belt if we do it this way, which I'm thinking we're going to do it this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I'm fairly certain we don't have 15 sets of parts. I mean, we might. And the water's already been taken care of. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah. So I think the water's already taken care of. So I think at this point, just making the big ass freaking racetrack would be the way to go. And then as far as the orientation of the parts, do I do the most basic parts on the bottom and then advance as I get up higher, or do I do the most basic parts up on top and then advance as I get lower? Thinking we start out low and move high. So I need to figure out exactly how many parts that I've got here, and then make sure that I have belts for all of those. So I mean, immediately we've got 7 parts coming off of here. No, 8. 6 parts, because the copper bars or copper ingots aren't used for anything else other than making the copper sheets. So then we've got 6 items going in. 1 item we're never going to see, so that's 5 items. I mean, rubber, iron ingots, deuterium ingots, so that's 3. Concrete is 4. Copper sheets, 5. I mean, that we're not counting. And then quartz is 6. So if I wasn't counting the copper sheets because it's an intermediate part, not a basic part, then yeah, that's 5. So But 6 unique parts being made out of all of those, so they have to go onto here somewhere. And then, I don't know, I'll figure out the rest of the stuff, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this kind of running off camera, because it's just going to take a long time to get everything up and running. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be just too long. Like literally just too long. Unless I move these things in which case that will be, so from this crack here to that crack there is exactly 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, these I'm going to move in, so that way they're centered on there. And then we'll have exactly 7 platforms between here and here. Right now we're 7 platforms plus 2 ticks, so 1 tick in this way, another tick in that way. So that would not work with the belts. So then I'd have to run additional things down, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to have to move that around a little bit. But I think I'm going to call it here. And we are just under 2 hours, so it kind of works out. Once again, I apologize for spending most of my time on this, but hopefully you got to see something. Maybe give you a little inspiration with how I have that set up in there, and you know how I have things hooked up over here so far. And let me just zoom in way over there. Yeah. So that whole like a little interchange thing that I've got going on there. And just think, each of those diagonal lines is a roof. That's ridiculous. That is a ton of roofs. But yeah, and then that has to go down to the floor or to the ground the rest of the way. Look at all the barrel nuts in there. It's like there. They're just all over the place in here. Okay, but anyways, that's all I got for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you weren't pissed off too much by my OCD kicking in hardcore. But I mean, we got it working, so yay, I guess. And then I think the racetrack is going to be the best way to get the parts to where they need to go in an organized fashion. So I'll work on that off camera, and then for the next video we'll probably have that set up, and I might even have some of the basic stuff set up as well. And then I can kind of figure out how to organize all of the parts, so that way everything kind of ends up where it all needs to end up. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for anyways. We'll see if it works that way. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who knows? And the underside of this floor is going to get wrecked. I mean, unless I do belts like up on top, but then it's not going to look as neat. Now, another thing that I could do is I could make like pseudo floors and just like put everything up like one more block, and then just run all the piping and Beltwork or whatever like under, and then have like one platform up, you know, actually put the stuff up there. So that would be one way to do it. That would keep everything pretty clean. We've got the height for it. We definitely have the height for it. So I think that might actually be the best way to do that. So that's all I got for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And yeah, see you in the next one. Have a good one.